Recently, a renowned Indian playback singer Alka Yagnik announced that she is suffering with sensorineural hearing loss after a viral infection. She walked down a flight and felt that she was totally unable to hear anything. So, what is sensorineural hearing loss? It is the commonest type of hearing loss that occurs and is a cause of deafness. Are our earbuds and headphones making us deaf? Yes, they are. According to the latest WHO report, at present, 430 million people in the world are already deaf, and if the trend continues, then by the year 2050, there will be 700 million people, that is roughly 1 in every 10 persons, who will be suffering with disabling kind of hearing loss. So what exactly is it? Normally, our ears can detect frequencies between 20 to 20,000 hertz. Less than 20 are known as the infrasonics, and more than 20,000 are the supersonics. The other living creatures which are around us, they may have more sensitive ears and more hearing tendencies. For example, just the dogs. They can hear sounds up to 45,000 hertz. So when what the human ear cannot detect, they can, but for humans that is not possible. When we talk in terms of decibels, the normal hearing is between 0 to 20 decibels, which are the soft sounds. Then from 20 to 30 and 40 are the normal hearing and speech sounds that a person can hear very easily, and 60 to 70 are also well tolerated. They are the moderate ones, but above 71 to 90 decibels is the level of sound that is torturous to the ears, and it starts harming the hearing capability. And when the ear is exposed to it for longer periods of time, then it can cause chronic hearing loss. As a result of which, we will be unable to detect simple sounds like our doorbells, like the ringing of our phones, or the traffic light or the traffic sounds. So, what do we do? How do we save our ears? For that, we need to know what happens to the ear and what are its causes, so that we can save ourselves from those. So, sensorineural hearing loss is the commonest type of hearing loss in which the tiny hair cells in our inner ear, that is the cochlea, or the auditory nerve, that is the nerve pathway that carries the auditory signals from the ear to the brain, from the inner ear to the brain, they get inflamed, they get damaged, they get swollen. As a result of which, the soft sounds cannot be heard at all, and even the loud sounds, they seem unclear or they seem muffled. The only treatment that we have is to use hearing aids or to get surgically implanted cochlear implants in the inner ear that can then stimulate the auditory nerve to hear out the different hearing signals that are received. Then there is a third frequency modulation system, the FM systems. These are portable receivers with headsets. They are the wireless types, and again the work is to amplify the sounds. Medications have little role in them, but initially, if it is due to viral infection or some other kind of infection in which there is inflammation and swelling of the hair cells, tiny hair cells in the inner ear and the auditory nerve, then the corticosteroids can help. They can be taken either orally or as injectable forms injected into the inner ear, through the inner ear. Then if the person is suffering with Meniere's disease, which is another kind of hearing loss, but it is usually unilateral, it does not affect both the ears. In that case, diuretics may be helpful and low sodium diet may be helpful. Now, what are the common causes? Only when we know these, we can do something about its prevention. The commonest cause, again, is loud noises. Loud noises have to be prevented from reaching the ear. So please turn down the volume when you are using your earbuds and when you are using your headsets. You can enjoy all these gadgets, but in a moderate level. Keep the level of sound less than 40 and enjoy it. But once again, it is seen that even these moderate sounds, if they are used for extended periods of time, or then over a long period of time, they can still cause chronic hearing loss. So please keep the volume low and keep on enjoying the different things. Then there are professions in which the people are constantly exposed to loud noises, such as those people who are working in the military, who are at the gunfire ranges, who are doing different kinds of experiments, who are out in the battlefields, those of us who are in the music industry, and they are constantly exposed to loud sounds, those who are arranging concerts or other big gatherings and all. So when they are around these areas where they cannot prevent the exposure to loud noise, those working in the sonic industry, the jet sonics and all, they should use the earplugs and the earbuds when they are working there for prolonged periods. The rest have to tune down the volume. What else? Aging is one of the very commonest thing where we cannot do anything because our body normally wears and tears and every function of the body goes down. Then there can be trauma to the head, trauma to the acoustic system of the body, which again is something which we really do not know. It can happen anytime during a road traffic accident or any unforeseen circumstances. Then there are infections such as measles, mumps, meningitis, or chronic infections of the middle ear during childhood, which can cause hearing loss. So for that, our best prevention is to get ourselves immunized, and in case we are suffering from the infection, then get ourselves proper treatment from the doctor. Then there can be tumors in the head area, in the acoustic system, that can affect the hearing, such as the acoustic neuromas or the cholesteatomas, that is thickening of the skin in the middle ear. These will need proper treatment too. Then there can be very the excessive use of medications. Around 200 types of medicines are found to be ototoxic. They can affect the ears. Many of them are the common anti-inflammatory medicines, they are the antibiotics, or they are the anti-cancer medications. Then again, you have to consult the doctor, who is going to assess what is needed for you most at that time and what can be the least ototoxic. Then other than that, there are congenital causes. These are the ones which happen before the child is born. One is genetic. You cannot do anything about it. Those genes are running in the family. Other than that, the mother may be suffering from diabetes mellitus, or she may have infections such as rubella or cytomegalovirus infection during pregnancy. So she needs proper treatment and proper immunization prior to planning her pregnancy. Then low oxygen during birth, which can be a birth time hazard. One has no say about it, but then proper antenatal checkups can help in that. Then if the baby is of a very low birth weight, or if the baby suffers with severe kind of neonatal jaundice, then also the hearing can be affected. So overall, we need to have a healthy type of lifestyle, and we need to do what is in our hand, that is to prevent our ears from exposure to loud volumes at most times. So take care and keep your ears safe. They are the only ones we have got, and there is no replacement. So thank you and Allah Hafiz, and inshallah we'll come back with another topic. Assalamu alaikum.